Hey, Yi King, we didn't quite get through it. We'll come back to that. This is a good book as well. Colin Wilson's A Criminal History of Mankind. Yeah? That's a bloody good book. Yeah? Criminology and all that kind of stuff. Quite like this one as well. It's a little pocket one. The Story of Mankind. Heinrich Wilhelm. It's got all kinds of stuff in there about Neanderthal and Cro-Magnon and there's another one I've got here somewhere. This French one. This one, Histoire Universelle, about Arabia. Well, not just about that, but this section when I've bookmarked here because I read about half of it. It's in French. L'Arabie avant l'Islam. L'interprétation historique de ce fait n'est pas très aisée. Il y a eu, I think that's it, certainement quelque part une... No, it goes on. Si on aurait dit comme c'est certain des langues ont été parlées avant les langues sémitiques de l'époque historique, à contraste non est resté semble-t-il. They're talking about before Islam and Semitic languages and what have you. That's just in the first chapter. It's the history book, but it's all in French. Yeah? Anyway, that's good. And I'll tell you what else is good. I've got bloody loads of books here, folks. Where is it? Aha! This one's really good. I like this. It's in broken English. Ridley Walker, yeah, by Russell Hoban. A masterpiece, extraordinary. It will be a cult book, stunning, remarkable, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, let's get back to the Yi King. I mean, there's a lot more, folks. Look. And some of them were books I gave away. But look, books. And then I like looking at documentaries all the time and that, you know, learn something new every day. Anyway, let's get back to the Yi King, shall we? Where was I? We were talking about breakthrough, resoluteness, quiet. In times of a resolute advance, the beginning is especially difficult. We feel inspired to press forward, but resistance is still strong. Therefore, we ought to gauge our own strength and venture only so far as we can go with certainty of success. To plunge blindly ahead is wrong, because it is precisely at the beginning that an unexpected or even unexpected setback can have the most disastrous results. 9 in the second place means a cry of alarm. Armed at evening and at night, fear nothing. Readiness is everything. Resolution is indissolubly bound up with caution. If an individual is careful and keeps his wits about him, he need not become excited or alarmed. If he is watchful at all times, even before danger is present, he is armed when danger approaches and need not be afraid. The superior man is on his guard against what is not yet in sight and on the alert for what is not yet within hearing. Therefore, he dwells in the midst of difficulties as though they did not exist. If a man develops his character, people submit to him of their own accord. If reason triumphs, the passions withdraw of themselves. To be circumspect and not to forget one's armor is the right way to security. 9 in the second place means to be powerful in the cheekbones. Yeah? Brings misfortune. Think about that. The superior man is firmly resolved. He walks alone and is caught in the rain. He is bespattered and people murmur against him. No blame. Here we have a man in an ambiguous situation. Yeah? While all others are engaged in a resolute fight against all that is inferior, he alone has a certain relationship with an inferior man. If he were to show strength outwardly and turn against this man before the time is ripe, he would only endanger the entire situation, because the inferior man would too quickly have recourse to countermeasures. Yeah, I've got someone in mind as I say this. The task of the superior man becomes extremely difficult here. He must be firmly resolved within himself and, while maintaining association with the inferior man, avoid any participation in his vileness. Blah. He will, of course, be misjudged. It will be thought that he belongs to the party of the inferior man. He will be lonely because no one will understand him. Tell me about it. Don't I know it? His His relations with the inferior man will sully him in the eyes of the multitude, and they will turn against him, grumbling. Yes, grumbling pumpkinheads. But he can endure this lack of appreciation and makes no mistake because he remains true to himself. 9 in the 4th place means there is no skin on his thighs, and walking comes hard. If a man were to let himself be led like a sheep, remorse would disappear. But if these words are heard, they will not be believed. Here, a man is suffering from inner restlessness and cannot abide in his place. He would like to push forward under any circumstances, but encounters insuperable obstacles. Thus, his situation entails an inner conflict. This is due to the obstinacy with which he seeks to enforce his will. If he would desist from this obstinacy, everything would go well. But this advice, like so much other good counsel, will be ignored. For obstinacy makes a man unable to hear for all that he has ears. 9 in the 5th place means, in dealing with weeds, firm resolution is necessary. Walking in the middle remains free of blame. Weeds always grow back again and are difficult to exterminate. So too, the struggle against an inferior man in a high position demands firm resolution. One has certain relations with him, hence there is danger that one may give up the struggle as hopeless. But this must not be. One must go on resolutely and not allow himself to be deflected from his course. Only in this way does one remain free of blame. 6 at the top means no cry. In the end, misfortune comes. Victory seems to have been achieved. Always make sure when you're filming yourself with a camera, right? There's no crap up your nose, yeah? Most embarrassing. Anyway, as I have done in the past. Anyway, where was I? 6 at the top means no cry, in the end misfortune. Victory seems to have been achieved. There remains merely a remnant of the evil resolutely to be eradicated as the time demands. Everything looks easy, just... full stop. Everything looks easy. Just there, however, lies the danger. If we are not on guard, evil will succeed in escaping by means of concealment. And when it has eluded us, right, new misfortunes will develop from the remaining seeds. For evil does not die easily. Yeah? So too in dealing with the evil in one's own character, yes, one must go to work with thoroughness. If out of carelessness anything were to be overlooked, yes, new evil would arise from it, just as a weed springing up in a garden that hasn't been properly weeded. So saith the blasted, wonderful book of changes, the Ye King. And now, amigos, with a few moments left, because I don't like to make these things too long, it's time for some... I need nylon strings. No, see? What I was trying to tell you is, this one's steel strings, yeah? And these two are nylon strings, but I broke the strings. Superstring theory. The monochord. The lambdoma, the golden proportion. Stay tuned.